Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/AckleyattackTV to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, like what we do on our channel and want to see more videos from us? Then not to worry about a thing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell so that way you can see more of our videos coming up very soon. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Hey folks, I'm officially going to be going to Kinshoku-Con, taking place at the Doubletree by Hilton up in Niagara Falls, New York from November 14th through the 16th. I'm going to be there for the weekend and I'll not only be cosplaying as Tamaki from Orang High School Host Club on Friday, my ballerina version of Ruby Rose from Ruby on Saturday, and Ash Ketchum in his Kalos outfit from Pokemon for a little bit on Sunday, but I'm also going to be hosting my brand new panel, How to Become a YouTuber, on Friday, November 14th at 8 p.m. at the Con's Panel Room. More information can be found at kinshokukon.com as well as on their social media platforms. So if you see me there all weekend, then by all means, come on up to me and say hi. Hope to see you there. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and, well, I guess it looks like, I hope all of you guys are enjoying the final week for, of course, October this year, because, yeah, let me tell you, with Halloween coming up right around the corner as we speak, looks like we're finally in full swing right now for this spooky time of year for sure, so yeah. And, of course, I know I've got a lot going on my part, especially with, of course, probably, I guess, my next set of videos that I'm going to be posting up for sure. To which I'm starting to realize the next two that I'm going to be putting up within about a couple of days from now probably didn't have any, pretty much have that promo for Kinshoku-Con at the beginning of my videos. But it's alright, I'll be sure to cover that up with my next set of videos that I'm going to be posting later on for sure, so yeah, but either way, I guess stepping aside from all that, I guess as usual with these thoughts videos, I guess it's time for me to finally look over the next movie that I got the chance to go see very recently for sure, so yeah, but this one is, of course, gonna be rather interesting for sure because, well, looks like we're up for round 3 of course, this subject matter for sure, so yeah, with that being said, when I say that we're in for round 3, I mean, of course, I think it's time to talk about a little something that's once again given to us from Japan. Oh yeah. You definitely know for the fact that I always look forward to a little something from Japan by far because they always know to give us some really great stuff and for good reason. So yeah, if only I wish America would be more like Japan right now because that would be awesome. So yeah, I guess pretty much of anything, we're not just going to be talking about a little something that's given to us from Japan for sure. No. We're actually going to be getting a little something that's given to us from Japan with, of course, the subject of anime for sure. So yeah, yes folks, it's time once again we talk about another anime once again for sure, but not just any anime, but an anime movie for sure. So So yeah, I think it's what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, I guess pretty much of anything, ever since last month, I got myself in for a really great treat with Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. Looks like we're in for yet another anime movie that I got the chance to go see very recently. But of course, surprisingly enough, it does revolve around an anime series that I may not have pretty much seen by far, but I have heard good things about it for sure. So yeah, and I guess pretty much of anything, this will be my first go at, of course, finally talking about this for sure. And I know a lot of you guys are really excited for me to talk about this one for sure. So to any fans of course, this anime, I proudly give my hat to all of you because it's about time that I finally talk about this one for sure. So yeah. And surprisingly enough, pretty much this anime movie we're going to be talking about probably, I think, is given to us from a man that is of course, well, half man, half chainsaw. Yep, I think you can pretty much get the idea, of course, of what I'm talking about for sure. So yeah, but in case you're actually quite curious, I think it's time that we can dive into, of course, today's movie that I actually got the chance to see very recently, which is none other than Chainsaw Man the movie Reze arc. So yeah, that is of course what we're going to be talking about here today. Not only is this the latest film that just came out not too long ago, but it's also based around one of the more recent, well-known anime series in recent years by far, which is of course, oddly enough, Chainsaw Man. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alrighty then, well, before I can go ahead and talk about this latest movie, I think it makes sense for me to pretty much talk about Chainsaw Man in a nutshell. So yeah, and of course, I want to make one thing perfectly clear by far. I have seen plenty of anime shows and movies over the years, but of course, there are some by far that I've heard good things about, but I never really got the time to actually pretty much see fully hands down. But based on the great feedback from what I've actually heard, it really does pique my interest a whole lot. And yeah, oddly enough, pretty much of anything, Chainsaw Man is definitely one of them for sure. And to make it very clear by far, no, I haven't actually seen the anime as of now, but I did actually heard pretty good things about it, to be honest, for sure. Yeah, not only a lot of people are saying that this anime is really great and it's definitely worth the watch, but I did recall, in of course, my past conventions that I've actually been to, I've seen people cosplaying as these characters by far, and I gotta say, they definitely look awesome for sure, and yeah, all that sort of stuff from what I can gather. So yeah, but either way, I think pretty much, if anything, even though I am a big fan of anime shows and movies, yeah, like I said, I heard good things about Chainsaw Man, but I never really delved into, of course, checking out fully hands down. So I guess I give it to all that. I would definitely love to check out That's a Anime one day because I think with the really great feedback that it's actually been getting over the years, there's no doubt in my mind that it has actually become a massive staple for some well-known anime that we've been getting in recent years for sure. So yeah. So I guess I give it to all that. I know my curiosity for, of course, this anime would have to come into play one way or another for sure. So yeah, and luckily enough, pretty much when I heard about this movie that's going to be coming out for sure, I actually did get myself quite interested to check it out for sure because, hey, much like with what I did last year when I got to see Spy Family Code White on the big screen to really brush myself up to speed on Spy Family, even though I never actually saw the anime in full. I I definitely want to do the same thing for Chainsaw Man for sure, just to see what I can get myself into, hands down for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I decided to go for, hands down. So I was lucky enough to get myself in to officially go and see this movie for myself, all thanks to the kind people at Crown City Cinemas as always. And well, now that I've officially got back from, of course, seeing it, I guess a lot of you guys may be wondering, what do I think of this movie now that I finally got the chance to see it? Well, I guess surprisingly enough, yeah, I will have to admit, I am glad I got myself up to speed with, of course, this movie by far, because, yeah, let me tell you, I really do think this movie is an absolute blast by far. So yeah, I think with what I'm actually seeing on screen for sure, I really do think this movie is absolutely incredible all the way, and yeah, it really does keep the love and spirit of course, the Chainsaw Man anime for sure, that really defined itself quite well as a movie for sure. So yeah, I guess it is quite obvious that I have to say this. I really enjoyed this movie for what it is, and yeah, I really do think it's a really fantastic movie all the way, and yeah, truly a great one from what I can gather. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright. Alrighty then, well, now that I've officially got the short version out of the way, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about for sure. For starters is, of course, the story, and yeah, I think pretty much from what I can gather, hands down, I really do love what they crafted for, of course, the story for, of course, this movie. I really do think it is actually a really simple and easy story to follow by far, that I can really get myself into for sure, hands down, and they really took a lot of liberties from, of course, the Chainsaw Man manga for sure, to really lay the groundworks for, of course, this movie for sure. Sort of like what they did in the anime, hands down. So yeah, I really do think they really did an incredible job putting together the story for, of course, this movie, and yeah, they really have a lot going for hands down, that I really do think really went somewhere that I can really actually understand for sure. And for the fact that it is actually taking a simple arc from the manga, hands down, I really do think it actually works quite well in movie form for sure. So yeah, you can definitely have pretty much one arc of the manga play out pretty much as like a whole season of course, of the anime for sure. Which is one thing, yes, but if you actually pretty much take a manga arc and turn it into a movie for sure, I think you can get something equally as great for sure. And yeah, this movie actually really does do that quite well. So yeah, and of course, the writing, I have to say, that too alone is also actually done very well. I really do love on how well crafted the writing is for sure. That really hits all the bullet points on what it's actually trying to do, and I really do admire on what it's actually been given to us for sure. Yeah, literally, I guess, laying all the groundwork by far when crafting the film's screenplay. They really do have a lot going for, from what I can gather, and yeah, I really do think they really do have something that really is crafted quite well for sure, and mixing in with, of course, other bits and pieces, like, of course, some really interesting dialogue, to some pretty funny comedy that they decide to throw in, to even some dramatic points that they have to put in for sure. I think they really laid the groundwork with the film's writing rather flawlessly for sure. So yeah, I think either way, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, pretty much of anything, I really love on what they did with the story for this movie, and the writing is also done very, very well, I'm not gonna lie, and yeah, they really dig a whole lot to really make this all the more great for sure, and I think they really did a damn good job on, of course, that front, so yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Okay, I guess I'm done with that. Get on there, cap up. There we go. Whew. Alright, so now that I've actually got those two out of the way, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about the next couple of things I need to talk about. So yeah, next up is, of course, the characters, and yeah, I think with what I've actually seen by far, I really do love on what they did with the characters, and of course, this movie for sure. I think they really do have a whole lot going for to really develop these characters quite well, and they actually accomplished that pretty much perfectly, hands down. Yeah, doing all of that really does help them to make them likable and interesting for sure, and I really do admire on what they actually did for sure to really make them likable and interesting for sure, and all these characters, hands down, are actually developed quite well from what I can gather, and yeah, I really do follow through with them and actually root for them every single time they're on screen for sure, and yeah, pretty much with what I've actually seen, I really do have, I really do have a strong connection with, of course, every single one of the characters for sure that I really do think is actually quite admirable for sure, so yeah. Either way, I think it's what I can say for, of course, the characters for sure, so yeah, and of course, for all the actors that came on board to play all these characters, well, it does kind of differ on which you prefer, whether you choose the subbed version, or of course, check out the English dub for sure, kind of like what I did with, of course, my screen. Yeah, the one thing we can all agree on for both of these aspects for sure is that the acting in this movie is actually really great for sure. I really do admire on how well casting this movie is for sure, and yeah, all the actors that came on board to play all those, they really did deliver quite well with some really great voice acting that I really do love and admire for sure, so yeah, and of course, obviously enough, the one big massive standout, of course, this movie is obviously enough given to the title of course, this one, would definitely have to be Reze, hands down, and yeah, I really do think she is actually a very likable and interesting character that really holds the core into this movie for sure, and I'm even quite surprised that pretty much that she actually is voiced by one voice actress that I met at a convention years and years ago, Alexis Tipton, and yeah, I really do think she actually did a damn good job voicing Reze in, of course, this movie for sure. Yeah, literally, from what I can gather, Alexis Tipton really is a massive standout in, of course, this movie, and really does help make the character herself all the more identifiable for sure, that I really do think works quite well from what I can gather, so yeah, and that's just to name me a few from what I've actually seen throughout the course of this movie, so yeah. Pretty much, if anything, the characters and the actors, I will have to say, I really do think they did an impressive job with both of those hands down, and yeah, the characters are developed quite well to make them likable and interesting, and all the actors, pretty much depending on which version of this movie that you actually saw for sure, I really do think the actors really gave out such really great performances, hands down, and yeah, they really did put in a lot of hard-working effort to really make it stand out quite well, so yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alrighty then, well, now that I've officially got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Well, quite a whole lot, to be honest, so yeah, and seeing of how this is a anime for sure, we should definitely talk about the animation for sure, and my god, I will have to say the animation in this movie is just absolutely amazing, hands down. So yeah, literally from what I've actually seen, the animation studio behind this movie and the Chainsaw Man anime, MAPPA, I will have to say, I really do think they really putting a lot of hard-working effort to really make the animation in this movie all the more great, hands down, and they really did accomplish that quite well, literally taking on the visual style that was shown in the original manga for sure, and amplifying it to really make it all the more incredible for sure. Yeah, I really do think they really went all out. They really went all out. Of course, this movie, hands down. I really do think the animation in this, alongside the anime, really is something that I really do love and admire. I really do love how the characters are actually drawn to the nice usage of color that they actually put into, of course, this one, to even some of the nice backgrounds that are actually very nicely detailed, hands down. So yeah, I guess pretty much of anything, they really did an impressive job with, of course, the animation for sure, and I really do love what they actually did. And not to mention the action, I will have to say, is also really exciting to watch for sure. I think they really did an impressive job with, of course, the action in, of course, this movie from what I can gather, and yeah, I think with what they've actually done with each and every single fight scene that they actually did, it really is actually exciting to watch, and I'm literally glued onto my seat watching all of that for sure. That I really do think is actually really incredible for sure. And part of that maybe would come from the really incredible production design that they actually pulled off, and of course this movie that I really do think works quite well to the film's advantage for sure. So yeah, and of course let's not forget to mention the tone atmosphere from what I can gather, really does fit in quite well for, of course, this movie. Kind of like what they did in the anime for sure. Yeah, not only with all those that I've actually mentioned, but also the really great massive amount of blood that they've actually show off for sure. They really did go all out, of course, this one for sure, to really amplify, of course, what they actually did to actually earn that R rating from what I can gather, and yeah, pretty much of anything, I really do think they really did a nice job, of course, that front for sure, and I can easily admire that all the way from what I can gather. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for all of those as of now for sure. Now, as for the direction of this film from the film's director, yeah, I will have to say, I think the film's director really did an incredible job in putting a lot of hard-working effort to really make this movie look good for sure, and I really do think he actually did an incredible job from what I can gather for sure, that I really do think is actually really quite interesting from what I can gather. So yeah, I can tell there's a whole lot of hard-working effort to really make this movie stand out, and I really do think, yeah, I really do think the direction in this movie is actually very nicely done, and I really do admire that all the way. So yeah, and of course, the cinematography, I will have to say, that too alone is also massively great for sure. I think with what I've actually seen, I really do love what they actually did with some really great camera work that they actually did that actually fits in quite well with the film's visual style, and of course the animation for sure, that I really do think is actually very nicely done from what I can gather. So yeah, and of course, the editing, I have to say, that too alone is also done pretty great, for sure, with some really great cuts here and there that they actually did that really helped flow this movie out to a T from what I've actually seen, for sure. And not only that, but it also helps match perfectly with the film's pacing as well. That too alone is also actually done marvelously from what I can gather, and yeah, I think pretty much if anything, they really did an impressive job, of course, that front for sure, and yeah, it really did get me hooked on all the way to see what comes up throughout the course of this movie, and yeah, I really do think they did accomplish that quite well, to be honest, So yeah, I think with, of course, everything that I've actually said for sure, I think that will certainly pretty much serve as my full-on argument on why I enjoyed this movie quite well. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright, so I guess with all that said and done, that's pretty much everything that I can say about this movie as a whole, so yeah, overall, Chainsaw Man, the movie, Reze arc, I do find it to be an absolute joy by far, and it's not just that from what I can gather, I do also find it to be a must-watch thrill ride that I know that I'm never gonna get off of anytime soon, so yeah, that actually does show on how much I really enjoyed this movie a whole lot, hands down. Everything from what I've actually seen, from the really incredible story to the interesting characters, brilliant acting, amazing animation, just to name me a few from what I can gather. I really do think they really did an impressive job with, of course, what I've actually seen throughout the course of this movie for sure, and yeah, I think it really does make it a really great time from what I can gather, and yeah, I think they really did accomplish, of course, what they've actually done for sure to really make this movie stand out quite well for sure, and I'm glad they actually did that from what I've actually seen, so yeah, pretty much at the end of the day, I actually really enjoyed this movie for what it is, and yeah, given to all that, I think it is encouraging me even more to pretty much one day check out the Chainsaw Man anime for myself. That is definitely something that I would definitely love to check out for sure, and maybe I might consider cosplaying one of these characters for sure, but we'll have to wait and see what happens for sure, so yeah, but until that actually happens, yeah, I can definitely say without a doubt, I do highly recommend checking this movie out if you actually got the time for sure. So yeah, whether you're a big Chainsaw Man fan for sure, or as an average moviegoer, hands down, I think you're gonna be in for one great time with, of course, this one for sure, and yeah, I know I did from what I can gather, and yeah, I say without a doubt, this movie is indeed well worth the watch on my part for sure, so yeah, I really enjoyed this movie for what it is, and trust me when I say, I do highly encourage you to check this one out for sure, because if anything, you're definitely gonna have a real great time with, of course, this one, So yeah, I think pretty much of anything, that's pretty much everything that I can say about this movie as a whole, so yeah, and for my final score, yeah, I think this movie actually deserves it. Yeah, I think this movie definitely deserves this one for sure, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna give Chainsaw Man the movie a Reze arc a massively outstanding 9.5 out of 10, So yeah, I really enjoyed this movie for what it is, hands down, and yeah, pretty much with what I've actually seen by far, it is actually encouraging me to check out the Chainsaw Man anime for myself for sure, So yeah, I'm glad I got to finally check this movie out to really experience that for sure. And yeah, it did give me a really great time from what I can gather. And yeah, I think this is definitely well worth it, of course, my part. So yeah, and if that's something you're actually looking into hands down, then by all means, go ahead and check this movie out. So yeah, trust me when I say that you're definitely going to be in for a real great time getting out your chainsaws and fighting off some demons for yourself, hands down. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright, so I guess with all that said and done, that's pretty much everything that I can say about this movie as a whole. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and by all means, I want to ask all of you guys, what do you think of Chainsaw Man, the movie, Reze arc? If you've actually seen it for yourself, do you absolutely really enjoyed it and think it is actually a really great addition to the Chainsaw Man storyline for sure, or do you absolutely hate it and think it's an absolute waste of time and it's not worth seeing on your part? Or are you somewhere in between where you think it's just okay for sure? So yeah, let me know what you thought of this movie down in the comments down below. I would love to know on what you guys think of this one. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and well, I do hope I'll actually get pretty much the next batch of yeah, the next batch of videos out right before Halloween for sure, because yeah, hopefully I'll get around to it for sure, depending on if life will actually allow me to do that for sure, but we shall wait and see what happens. And yeah, I think it's what I can say, of course, that front, and I'll be really quite curious to see what November will actually give us for sure. Honestly, I'm not sure from what I can gather, but there are some great options. But I'm not going to spoil it right away. You'll just have to wait and see for yourself. So yeah, but until that actually happens, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyattackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427's Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyattackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.